Hello everybody, it's Sean McGeough, also known as Psychic in the City, and I'm here with my second installment of Psychic Insights. So what Psychic Insights is, it is a new series on my channel where I will be giving sort of my psychic vibes, my feelings, using the tarot to give an overview of the week. Now, obviously, this is just a general overview, so just take from it what you will, what resonates with you, and sort of just let go of the rest. Because obviously, this is being done openly and generally for everybody that is watching, and some of the things I say just mightn't vibe with you. An example of that may be if I'm talking about a relationship and relationship problems, and you're single, well then obviously that's not you I'm talking about. Or if I'm talking about being single and meeting somebody, and you're in a happy, committed relationship, well, you just push that wee bit to the side too. So now that we've cleared that up, a proper introduction, I suppose. Hello, my name's Sean McGeough, and I am a psychic medium and a master tarot reader. I am the only approved Faulkner Tarot trainer in Ireland. I read and teach the Faulkner Tarot, which is the first modern deck of tarot cards that step away from more darker, scurrier images that you may find in more traditional tarot decks. So my day consists of doing one-to-one readings. Currently at the moment, I'm doing them all over video call on WhatsApp, Facebook, Skype, Zoom, you name it. I also teach various classes as well, such as like mediumship development and also the 12-week Faulkner program. Like I said, I'm the only one in Ireland that is certified to teach that course. So today we are going to be looking at May 24th through to May 30th. Let me just make sure I've got those dates right. That's correct. So my Psychic Insights for the week starting May 24th, running through to May 30th. And like I said, this is only the second installment of this series. So I'm still working things out and still seeing how I can improve on it, what I can do better. But what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to pick a few cards for the week, and then we will take it from there. So what I done in last week's video was I picked a few cards to sort of represent an overview of the week, card for the start, middle and end of the week, and then you just take from that what you will. So I'll give the cards a good wee shuffle, just wait on being told for my guides to tell me to stop. Once he says stop, we'll stop. So our card from the bottom of the pile is going to be our theme of the week. And then we're going to do start of the week, middle of the week, and end of the week. So I will show you the cards as we are going along here. I might pick a few more for just a bit more detail, and you will have to keep up with me as well because I tend to talk a mile a minute and I can go in 14 different directions at once. So our theme of the week is the Strength card, and I love this little card here, especially in this deck. As we can see, we've got a proud lioness. She's sitting there, she's ready to pounce. But what I really love about this card is anytime I find it falls out, that I really need to let you guys know how strong you actually are, how brave you actually are, and how much courage actually dwells within you. So this is really vibing in with me sitting with my guide before actually doing this video and saying, hey Luce, what is it that we're doing here? And he was saying choices. So I know that we'll be talking about choices, and it's going to be a very big theme of the week. So I know that strength, bravery, fearlessness is a very, very big theme of the week for a lot of you guys out there. So our little card for the start of the week is the Hermit card. So we'll say that this is going to cover about Sunday, Monday. So we know that the Hermit card. So our Hermit card is a little bit of soul searching, a little bit of figuring out where it is that we are and where we want to be going. And that's what we really need to use this week for, is making those tough decisions, figuring out what serves us, what doesn't serve us, and what we need to let go of. Because that's a very, very important thing in our life, is finding out who we are. And I love the Hermit card because the Hermit card talks about finding out who we are as a person. Yes, there may be a little bit of an aspect of loneliness that comes with that card, but I'll talk about that in just another wee moment here, because I know that with a lot of people that this is a time for figuring out who we are. And that saying keeps coming to mind here: if I want to be free, I've got to be me. Is it Bill Goes or Bill Groves? I just love that saying. I post it on my social media quite a lot. If I want to be free, I've got to be me. Not the me I think my wife thinks I should be, not the me I think my children think I should be. If I want to be free, I've got to be me, so I better know who me is. So this is it, guys. Let's start this journey together. If you're already on it, well, let's all join together and figure out who we are. And that's what I feel that this week is going to be. Very powerful, transformative week for a lot of people. Now, like I was saying, that there also seems to be a touch of loneliness that comes about with this card as well. So what I would really need to encourage people to do is that if you are feeling lonely, understand first and foremost that there is a difference between being lonely and being alone. They are two very different things, but I do find that people get them interlinked or crossed or confused at some stages. So if you are feeling lonely, do reach out to somebody, do give a wee comment on this video and let's have a bit of banter together back and forth. We live in such an amazing time, such an amazing age where we have never been more connected to other people, even though that we're sitting in our homes on our own. So I know that there is that wee aspect at the start of the week of sorting our head out, sorting our mind out and seeing what else has to come along. Now, midweek we have the little Page of Wands, and I love this card. I really, really do, because this card is a really fun card to me. So it is encouraging having a bit of fun. Obviously, I also have to say, follow procedures, follow protocol, do what you should be doing. Don't just be running about mad going, oh, the psychic told me. This is all having a bit of fun, but also learning comes with this card as well. That we need to learn, obviously, that we can have fun in various different ways. Mightn't necessarily go to bars and clubs and visit family and things like that, but there is definitely fun that needs to be had. So we can make this journey of self-discovery something much, much more fun. Figuring out who we are and where we want to be going in life does not need to be a tedious task by any means, shape or form. Start enjoying where we are at, and if we start looking for the good in what we already have, then we're going to see more of it. So see this as a learning curve this week, a real journey of exploring who we are and having a lot of fun with it, because some people out there tend to have forgotten how freaking awesome yous are. So take this as a reminder that we need to remember how awesome we are and how fun we are and how much fun we can actually have. Now, our wee card for the end of the week is our Two of Cups. So some of us are getting into relationships. I don't know how that's happening. But beyond that, this is a card that talks about sort of decisions that need to be made and making the right decision for us. I love the Two of Cups because we're weighing up pros and cons, we're figuring out what we're committed to, and we're letting go what we're not committed with. I love how everything sort of really, really ties up, with me sitting with my guide first of all, and he's saying choices, and then we have these cards here that are very much tying in with what Outloose has to say. So I know very, very much so he's not impressed with me calling him owl, but here he remembers the Grand Canyon back when it was a ditch, let me tell you that much. That's how long he's been around. But I know that it is very much decisions and making the right decision for you. Now, I do know that there's some people in particular I need to say, stop putting your own needs to the back burner and start looking after you and start valuing you. You may be a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, whatever it may be, but you need to put your own needs first. Remember, the theme of the week is being strong, it's being fearless, it's being brave. So I know that we need to put our own needs first every once in a while. You can't pour from an empty cup, very, very much so. I feel like I want to take another little tarot card, which is the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is a powerful new beginning. This is talking about a new way of living where we may feel a little scared, we may feel a little apprehensive, but understand that we are guided by spirit, that is something that, we may feel like we're on our own, but we have our guides, we have our loved ones, there's all those other light beings out there that are supporting and encouraging and cheering us on. So this is going to be a very powerful week for a lot of people, a very big week of change, bringing you into that new way of living. So we know that we do need to acknowledge that very, very much so and act upon it, because I do get the feeling that there is a lot of changes that are going on. Some people are returning to work, some people are starting to figure things out, and some people are starting to feel better in the terms of their health. So this is a new a new powerful beginning. This is going to be an absolutely great week. I am so excited for this one. I really am, because it's all about change, and well, I love change. I really do. It can be uncomfortable at times, but it can be amazing also. So this is very much it. So I'm going to move on to Brian's deck now, and just see what we can get, what sort of guidance we can get from Sir Brian for the week. So we'll just give those a little shuffle, and we have a jumper. So let's see. Start looking for fresh new ways. My father always said, follow your nose. I always say, shut the door behind you and don't look back. You choose. So there's the little Brian's card right there. So this is very much backing up everything that we've been saying. You know, put your own needs first. Obviously, the things that we have been doing haven't been serving us. Because you would be able to tell that there would be changes, definite changes that would be made in your lives. So we need to start looking for new ways, which is going to tie us into the hermit at the start of the week. That soul searching, that discovering who we are and figuring out what it is that we want, having fun while we're doing it and making the decision to stick to it. Very much so. So I do love that little Brian's card. Heaven sent. This is the answer to your dreams. Stay grounded and focused and say thank you to our creator. Here we have this little one here. I love this wee card because, you know, having the attitude of gratitude, it is absolutely life-changing. Be sure to say thank you for all the good that you have. Don't be a little negative Nancy going, but there's nothing good in my life. Didn't you wake up this morning? Don't you have clothes on your back? Don't you have a roof over your head? Let's start there. And say thank you to God, universe, whatever it is that you want to talk about or talk to, and say thank you for it all. Because then that brings us more into alignment for good stuff to happen. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited for this week. I can't wait to hear about the change that's going to be happening in your lives. I'm super pumped for it. I really am. And as always, feel free to follow me on social media. My Facebook will be down below, so will my Snapchat, but be warned, you join my Snapchat of your own accord. And if you want to book your own full in-depth one-to-one tarot reading, absolutely work away. That can be found on appointmentwithsean.co.uk. But do follow me on social media. Facebook is where I post all of my events. Obviously, I'm now doing demonstrations of mediumship online. So, you know, all that info gets posted on my Facebook, and I will be bringing other things to my little YouTube channel, such as guided meditations, educational topic discussion type videos. I don't really know what to call them. So do keep your wee eyes peeled. Do subscribe to the channel to make sure that you get notified as soon as they come up live. So I will see you all very soon, and have an absolutely wonderful week, and do sound off in the comments below. Bye guys!